Hey guys, welcome to another weekly tutorial. My name is Blessing Osuri Octavia, and today we are making this gorgeous asymmetrical blouse. Okay, it's kindly known that this dress was made for illustration purpose only, thus the use of the fabric. Okay, so when you're making yours, make sure you use a very gorgeous fabric. So we'll delve right into the tutorial. Now, what I did first was I've already marked out my basic measurement. That's my shoulder, bust to under bust to half length and the length of blouse. So this is me now imputing the nipple to nipple measurement like that. I use 3.5. So I connect the 3.5 all the way from top to bottom. That's from the shoulder to the length of the blouse. So the next thing you want to do is to your dart intake. At the under bust, I went in by 1 inch on the two sides of the nipple to nipple line. While at the half length, I went in by half inch on the two sides of the nipple to nipple line. Then I blend it to the length of the blouse like so. So this is what you have. Then you use your French curve or use your free hand to connect it to the bust line like this. And that if you come up to the upper bust part, which is where the shoulder is, I also came in by 1 inch on either side of the nipple to nipple line. Then I blend it to the bust like so with a straight line. So the next thing I did was to take my brown body measurement like that. I took bust of 35 plus the dart that went out from that part, then the sewing allowance, under bust of 30, darts that came out from there plus the sewing allowance, same thing for the under bust, then hip of 40, darts plus allowance. So when you're done, you connect all your markings together like so. So now we come back to the shoulder part. I have to measure, we took out 2 inches from the shoulder part as a dart. So we have to add it back to the armhole measurement. If not, you're going to be short. Okay, this is an asymmetrical blouse, which is one shoulder off. in clear man's English, one hand off. Yeah, so now I'm marking the back side. I already have my zipper allowance off, so I'm marking my body measurement, my dart intake. For the back, I'm using 1 inch dart, which is half inch shared on either side of the nipple to nipple line. I hope you understand that. Okay, this is my nipple to nipple line, and I'm using half inch shared at the two sides of the nipple to nipple line. Then I blend to my bust and also blend to my blouse length. I connect my body measurement by the side, and this is what we have. Our front and back is ready. I cut out everything on my pattern paper before placing it on my fabric. So if you watch up to this point, kindly hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share our content. Okay, so I just realized I didn't cut out the neckline for the back, so I just did now. And I transferred the pattern to fabric, and this is what we have. Closed up the dart at the back. Please, I already said earlier that this is only for illustration purpose, thus the use of fabric and all. If you're using your normal fabric, you're supposed to turn it with lining or like that, or use a facing to finish up everything you're doing. So this is me cutting out. I've joined everything front and back and cutting out the neckline for on the fabric like so. So this is what we have when you're done. So next thing I want to do is to place the front and back piece together so I can be able and join this at the shoulder to shoulder. Now I like doing this because sometimes I've done that mistake before. If I don't join the shoulder to shoulder together before cutting out, because it's one shoulder off, you end up cutting the left hand side of the front and cutting the right hand side of the back. So what I do, I join them at the shoulder first, so as a guide before I start cutting out one side. That's what I'm just doing now. I hope you understand that. So I came down from the shoulder by 5 inches, cut out for the front. I'm doing the same thing for the back. Okay, you can, however depth you want to use, but for this illustration I came down by 5 inches. So after cutting it out, this is what I have. Then on the part that I had cut out, I came in by 1 inch, then I blended it to the armhole. That's so that I'll be able to attach my sleeve and ease of movement on that other part. Okay, so this is me after I now join the side together. Then now I'm going to cut out the sleeve for the part that went off. Okay, that's the off shoulder sleeve. So I measure what I already have, then I use it to get the sleeve. So this is me cutting the sleeve. This is what it looks like when we're done. You hem the top and the bottom before you're attaching it to the bodice itself. Okay, so like so, I go to the machine, I shape it down before coming to attach it to the bodice itself. So this, after shaping it, this is what it looks like. So now the thing I did was to cut like a long stripe of cloth like this, unfold. So I sew it, iron it properly, and this is what I have. Now it's time to start making those gorgeous pleats you see on the blouse itself. Now you need a very long, very long band like that. It has to be very long because this consumed a lot of fabric. So we start from the end, which is from the zipper at the back, and go all the way around till you get to the end of the other zipper. So like so you start pleating it. There's no spacing, so you just have to keep pushing all of them together as close as possible. Like that, you pin all the parts where you pin are where you're going to sew on. Okay, so I have to bring it closer to the camera so you see what I'm doing. I just keep folding the plate, pin down, fold, pin. That's how you do from the beginning at the back to roll around the blouse. So like so, you fold, you pin down, you fold, you pin down. Please make sure that the pleats are consistent. That's if you are going to pleating at 1 inch, you have to consistently pin at 1 inch all the way. Okay, for a professional and neat look. So this is what you're going to do until you get to the end. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you do try this tutorial out, and let's see the outcome. Okay, so if there's any other video tutorial you would like us to do, kindly drop a comment in the comment section and I will take it up from there. So this is what we have as our final look. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you in my next tutorial.